Live and recording, and if you want to introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Debbie Cole. I'm a third grade teacher at Ronzoni.
I'm Casey Corder. I'm a third grade teacher at Ronzoni as well. Ronzoni is a Title I school. 70% is Hispanic, and 75 to 80% are on free and reduced lunch.
And so, how have you guys integrated technology into your classroom?
Well, we have
Or what has the school integrated into the classroom, and what have you integrated personally into the classroom?
the Clark County School District has provided us, our Ronzoni School has provided us with 5 desktop computers and a smartboard for roughly between 20 and 25 students, sometimes even up to 30 to 35 students. We didn't feel that was adequate enough to help our students be successful for the jobs of the future and those jobs that don't even exist yet. So Debbie and I went out and purchased laptops from pawn shops and things like that. We purchased laptops with our own money in order to provide our students with more technology.
And do you have any tablets in the classroom?
We have, I think 8 iPads so far
Oh, and how did you get the iPads?
from the pawn shops too.
Yeah, and that was not on school budget, that was on your
No,
own
that's
budget?
on our own budget.
Wow.
So,
And-
yeah, roughly we have 12 laptops, roughly spent $250 for those 12 laptops for each of them. And then the iPads, we have 8 iPads that we divide between 40 to 50 students, which we purchased. The cheapest one, the most inexpensive one that we had was $250 of our own money.
Yeah. And then how do you use that technology on a daily basis in the classroom, whether it's the desktops, the laptops, or the tablets?
And we incorporate Google Drive a lot. And then we'll have they have their own little folders in Google Drive, and they can save and create anything they need. So we do assignments, we give them assignments, and they complete them, and then they save them in Google Drive.
Would that be writing assignments and math assignments, and which subjects is it most useful to have a tablet or a?
It's mostly for
Reading and
reading and writing, and our whole vision with that is we're trying to get away from the paper pencil. We're trying to bring them into the 21st century. Although we don't have enough for every single student, we're trying to bring them into the 21st century by incorporating Google Drive, Edmodo, Prezis, having them do presentations, taking the Common Core standards and just incorporating more technology into that. Our biggest issue right now is we don't have enough to keep them all with a tablet or on desktops or laptops at all times. And that's our vision. Our vision is to incorporate more technology and try to get it in the hands of every single student all day long.
So if you had 25 students per class, that's 50 students in your 2 combined classes, and so at $300 a piece times 50 is $15,000. Is that right?
Yes.
So, but that would be the optimum goal, is to raise $15,000 or as close as we can get to that, to buy as many tablets as we can, to have as many students have one full time throughout the day.
Yeah, our goal is to have a tablet in every student's hands so that they can use that tablet to just enhance we want to level the playing field. So, for instance, some schools in the Clark County School District have a tablet for every student in their school. We would like to have a tablet for everybody in our classroom so that we could level the playing field so that they're ready for the 21st century. We live in the 21st century, but we're still using 20th century tools. So we want to give them those opportunities that they don't have maybe at home because their parents can't afford internet or they can't afford a tablet. We want to give them that opportunity so they can be successful in the 21st century.
Well, one of the things that didn't strike me until my 3rd visit to your classroom was that the 3rd grade class in 2013 is the graduating class of 2023. And wow, that made me feel really old. From 1983 to 2023, that's was that 40 years, 50 years, 50 years? Or what is it?
50 years.
50 years difference from when I graduated when they graduate, and my goodness, that's a lot has changed in 50 years.
2023, it seems like a long ways away. It's not. It's right around the corner, and we don't know the jobs that these kids are going to have because the way technology moves so quickly and the jobs move so quickly. We're trying to prepare them for something we don't even know it exists yet.
Yeah.
And our whole vision is to get them started now at 8, 9 years old, and to get them using the technology now. Could you imagine what they're going to be like in 2023 because they had that advantage at 8 or 9 years old, which some of the students don't have?
Yeah, when you think about the iPhone and the iPads only have been around for 6, 7 years, it's amazing how much penetration that technology has had. And so I can see the tremendous benefit of having more affordable technology in every student's hand to allow them to explore the world, explore the internet, and complete their assignments more effectively.
And our whole thing with the Neo 3DO is that it's a 3D technology and it's about student engagement. We find that 3D just will enhance that student engagement that much more than rather than a 2D tablet. Having that advantage with that 3D tablet, we think it's going to allow those students to be more engaged, especially those struggling readers and things like that. That 3D technology is just going to capture them that much more, and hopefully they'll make that much more growth than they normally would with like just a regular paperback book.
Yeah.
Also, too, if each kid had one, we can incorporate blended learning, so we can have like assign them videos to watch on it, and they can watch it, and then they complete the assignment that goes with it. They can save that in Google Drive with their response, like creating a Voki or something to present their ideas. And if they each had one, we could do blended learning a lot easier.
Yeah.
Doing
Instead of
the flipping the classroom model and just more project-based learning and things like that. We want to incorporate that more, and we think that having the tablets of 3DO, the Neo 3DO is going to allow them more differentiated instruction and just keep them more captivated.
Can you tell me more about how you had the real-time two-way digital communication with individual students? When we were talking earlier, you were telling me that with Google Drive, you could have like sort of there was texting or
Oh,
two-way
yeah, we
communication
can.
or real-time correction.
those
And
kind of like with Edmodo, is we can have them do assignments, and then we can go into the account, and we can talk back and forth with that student without anyone else knowing. It's just between me and the student.
and do you feel you get more honesty and more?
Definitely, because you can tell them what they're doing wrong without them feeling like, oh my gosh, everyone's staring at me.
Right.
It's more just on them. It's individual
So
feedback.
that they're less self-conscious about
Yes.
sharing when they're not understanding or comprehending the point of a lesson.
Definitely, yes.
You're not putting them on the spot. I mean, we've all been in a situation where the teachers called us out and we froze up and maybe we knew the answer or something like that. This would allow you to give more constructive feedback by using the tablet to have that two-way conversation without other people being involved in that. Because sometimes that's just what students need, especially 8 and 9 years old, to boost that confidence so that they can have better habits to be successful.
It's even like with the kids that struggle to read, like maybe they read like 13 words a minute right now, but they can type. And if you can communicate with them whatever way possible, they're learning how to read through typing. And it's kind of, well, I don't want to read aloud because I can't read. On there it shows you, well, they can read on their level because it's differentiated. And then we can respond, okay, well, maybe try this, or maybe we're doing this really well, but maybe you should try this. And no one else has to know but me and the other student.
Excellent.
So it's,
Yeah, one of my most enjoyable parts of our visit was watching the ukulele club and the music, and we discussed the concept of having the sheet music displayed on the tablet. Would you like to talk about that, Snow?
I mean, music's very important to me, and trying to give back to these students that they otherwise wouldn't have, and so volunteering our time to give them ukulele lessons is very important. Right now it's paper, paper, paper. They lose the paper. They can't find the paper. By having a tablet where it's all organized in a tablet, it'd make it so much easier to go, okay, we're going to go to page 23, but it's on the tablet. They're going to be able to find that music that much faster, and I think they're going to be more engaged to be able to find it that much faster with the tablet rather than paper here, paper there. They're going to lose that. They're 8, 9 years old. They're not as organized. But with a tablet, you can get so much more organized by creating folders and things like that.
especially to his ukulele, they perform a lot for the school and stuff. And they get so nervous that when they try and move the paper, it's like shaking paper.
And they
Whereas-
drop it on the ground.
Yeah, they're like, where was I? And they have to try and figure out where they were again. And
So with the tablet, it eliminate that, and I think it would just make that much more smoother for it.
Excellent. Is there anything we forgot or anything
Well-
else we should, you can pre-roll anything you want to say, as much or as little?
The whole thing is that the students that we deal with are digital natives. And we're digital immigrants, and we're adapting to them. And I think by putting a tablet in each of those students' hands is going to their level, going to what their knowledge level is, and going to what they know. They know computers. They grew up with computers. They grew up with smartphones. They grew up with all that. So actually taking a tablet, putting it in their hands, they're going to be able to relate better to that than paper and pencil, which I grew up with paper and pencil, and I had to adapt to them. Because to be I think to be a true educator in this world, you have to adapt to your students. And I think by adapting them, because they're digital natives, the best thing for them is to put a tablet in their hand and just go from there. I think that's going to help them be that much more successful.
Any closing words, parting thoughts? Oh, the ask. That's always the most important part of everything. Please help us raise $15,000 to put a tablet in every student's hand. So however you feel comfortable saying that. I'm a lot pushier than you guys are, I'm guessing, and I'm used maybe more demanding on that one. But think of whatever way you would like to say that. And the students, I mean, the musical was unbelievable as far as All We Want for Christmas is Neo 3D. I love that. And so basically the closing part of the 90-second bit will be, please help us help the students prepare for their future by donating towards our goal of $15,000 or something, whatever you feel. We're not following the thing up there on the writing process timeline.
Right.
We're skipping some of those steps, but I talk all day, every day, so I just make stuff up as I go.
So, what we're asking to help us put a tablet in every student's hand in both these combined classes. And it's really it's not for us, it's for the students, and giving to the students. These students come from low socioeconomic situations, and what we're asking you to do is donate so that they can have a tablet in their hands. I mean, what more can we say? We care about these kids. We care about their future. We just want to make sure that they're ready, and that's we're asking you to help us make it a reality.
And a thank you, some type of thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, anything you do, we greatly appreciate it, and we thank you for your donation. And the kids definitely, the students definitely did thank you for your donation.
Thank you.
Perfect.